Hello world, this is Scott13124 and this is the police profession follow-up 2, so let's get started. Since the last follow-up video for the police profession, I've been saving a lot of screen grabs to make another one, and after around 20 days-ish, this is the second video. So the first problem that I kind of encountered while playing the game and I didn't know what the solution was my storage kept on getting full and I didn't know what to do, so I kept giving up resources that I was able to get. Then finally one day, for some reason, I realized you can actually sell them. Just go into the storage, choose the resource you want to sell, and then choose the amount. Then just tap on sell. I know, it was kind of idiotic that I found out this late, but at least I now know. And if you have been playing the game normally, not using any hacks or tricks, you'll know that leveling up is so difficult. You'll get all the resources that you need to build the level 6 items, but you're just not at the level yet. So in order to actually get to level 6, I had all of my Sims work at the same time because I didn't have the time to individually have them go to work and collect the resources. Although if you do that, you'll be able to collect a lot of coins and a lot of resources, but I just didn't have that time. So normally if I accompanied my Sims, I would maybe get like 4 Sims to go to work and accompany them, and the rest I will need to have them work off-site. So by the end of June, I was only halfway through level 5 trying to get to level 6. Then finally, on the 4th of July, I reached level 6 and there was a new quest available, Profession Specialization Training. So basically, once you reach level 6, for each occupation, you should be able to choose from 2 specializations. For the police occupation, you have the Metro Police and the Special Agent. The first task is to assign a specialty to a level 6 Sim. Just open up the Occupations tab and then assign one of your level 6 Sims a specialization. I did 1 for each, and I would suggest you doing that because later on it'll be easier to collect the resources, although it'll be kind of slow, but it'll be more even. Once you choose a specialization, the game will ask you to confirm. Just go ahead and tap on yes, but tap on no if you do not want to. You can choose to cancel at any time, but I really don't know what's going to happen because I haven't done that yet. Once you have assigned a specialty to a level 6 Sim, the game will tell you that you are now able to build the squad car for the Metro Police specialization and the interview room for the Special Agent specialization. Then it will ask you to complete a profession badge. When you open up your Occupations tab, you'll see that the Sims that you have chose a specialization for in the middle, there are tiny little badges. At first there are 3, and it'll tell you how many, what task you have to do to get a badge. And as you can see on the bottom, it says 1 badge can be collected per shift, and also once you collect all of the badges for that specialization, you'll be able to have your Sim progress onto the next level, meaning I am at level 6 right now. If I want to progress to level 7, I will need to earn all 3 badges. When you're in-game, you'll also be able to see your progress for that day on the bottom, where the Sim tracker is. And once you have completed your shift, or once your Sim is done working and you earned your badge, the little badge will light up and will become yellow. It'll also ask you if you want to do a double shift, but you will need to get VIP points in order to do that. Another great thing about getting to level 6 and having a specialization is we're finally able to build new workstations. And there's the squad car and also the interview room, which now we can collect the handcuffs and fingerprints. For each of the workstations, the building time is 6 hours. It is quite a long wait, and while you are building one, you cannot build the other unless you get VIP points, but the Sims that come in for you to help them will still have the option to do that, so sometimes you will get stuck and you'll just have to wait. And once you've completed a professions badge, or gotten a professions badge for your Sim, it is actually now in the sequence that you'll be able to build a workstation. The sequence of my video is a little bit messed up because I kind of wanted to categorize what I wanted to tell you guys. So as you can see here, I cannot build a squad car because I'm currently building the interview room. And when I finally got to build the squad car, it is 6 hours like the interview room, so you just have to wait. And once you're done building a workstation for the police station, just continue to level up your workstations and also earn badges for your sims and collect resources. As the game suggests, your workstations, the appearance, they actually change once they get to level 10. I didn't realize that, and this is my SWAT car at, I forgot what level it was. I think it was maybe level 1 or level 2. And here is also the workstation for the squad car. Here is the interview room at level 1-ish, I am guessing. It's pretty bare. And then here we have our sims. He's the special agent doing something by the, what is that? Surveillance van. And this is my Metro Police at the front desk. The front desk does look a little bit more cluttered, and this is the surveillance van. I think I was at level 10 for this workstation by this time, and it looked kind of different. And this is the interview room at a little bit higher level, but I don't think it was much higher. And here is the squad car place. And this is the fitness center at level 10. I'm guessing it's different because I really didn't take a screen grab before getting to that level. Anyways, just a few screen grabs for you guys to look at, but you probably know what it looks like because you're also progressing in your game, hopefully faster than I am. And now let's have a quick look at the leveling up for the workstations. So the interview room at level 1 is pretty easy. It's the same as all of the other workstations. The time is 5 seconds. The level 2 is 5 minutes, and the resources increases. And what your upgrade is kind of different. You just have to kind of see, because first is the time, then it's the coins you get, then it's the experience points that you get. So let me see when this screen grab was taken. So by July 4th, my interview room was at level 4, and by this time I was leveling up the squad car, so I wasn't able to level up the interview room. Anyways, squad car level 1, it's basically the same. All of the upgrades are the same. The time for the upgrades are all the same, but the requirements are quite different. I'm not sure if it's different for everybody or it's just different for these 2 specializations, but you guys can figure that out. It's pretty easy to collect all of the resources for leveling up these workstations, but you'll just have to accompany your sim to their work. I was able to upgrade the 3 workstations that we first get to level 12 by July 7th, and that's why their appearance changed a lot. I don't think it was a lot, but it changed quite a bit. I got all of the workstations that I currently have at the police station to level 12, and as I have mentioned before, this was achieved on July 7th. Keep in mind that each specialization you can only have 1 sim doing it, so you can have 1 sim going into the special agent or metro police, but all of the rest of the sims that have the police occupation, they can only do the first 3 workstations or only work on the first 3 workstations. And it does get kind of annoying when you have your 2 sims that are not specializing in any specialization work, and there are just a bunch of sims there with like these bubbles, and you can't help them out because they're all gray because you need to have one of the specializations. For this, I would just suggest when you're almost ending the shift of the sims that are specialized in one of the specializations, just to finish the actions for that specialization, if you guys know what I mean. You can just leave the actions that you can complete for all of the workstations that are for sims that are under level 6. So once those low level sims, kind of weird calling them low level, but they are at a lower level. So once those sims go to work, they can still get resources, because there is still a chance to get fingerprints or the handcuffs or whatever from any of the workstations and from any level sims. I don't know if any of you got this problem, but I just got stuck because like it would be at 0 seconds and the sim would still be at the workstation talking to the sim they're trying to help, walking around, doing something, eating barbecue, or just getting some water. That was pretty annoying, but I think they fixed it with the new update. Finally, on July 19th, I got to level 7, yay! Anyways, So basically for me, having a sim go from level 6 to level 7 took about a month. And remember, you have to collect all of the badges in order to have your sim level up to level 7. And once you are there, the sketch room is now available if you have a sim specializing in the special agent specialization. And here are the requirements, or the resource requirements, for unlocking the sketch room. The building time is 12 hours. It's a very long wait. And once construction complete, it will first look like this. You can also build the jail cell if you have a sim specializing in the Metropolis specialization. And here are the resource requirements for building the jail cells. Unfortunately, the building time is also 12 hours, and you can't build two things at once unless you have VIP points, which I don't. And this is what the jail cells look like once construction is first complete. Different from level 6, we now have 4 badges that we'll need to achieve, and they kind of are different. Previously, it was mostly helping out Sims. It was a certain number that you had to hit, a certain number of coins you had to get, and now the 2 specializations, you might have to collect different resources, and that was a bit difficult. As for leveling up, the 2 new workstations is basically the same. First you'll level up, or first you'll reduce the action length, then increase the amount of coins you get, then you increase the amount of experience points that you get. As of July 26, 2016, I currently have them both at level 12. And around July 26th, we get the new update, and also the game. There are new layouts for the professions. First, we have a new profession that we can do, the movie star profession, but also when you first come into the game, the welcome screen is a lot different. It just blinks welcome back, and also the workplace overview is now different. You can see how many levels there are, which level you're at, and what the upgrades actually are. So I think that's pretty good, because before it just said, oh, reduce by 5%. Well, who knows how much that reduces, unless you do math. You can do that, but I'm not going to do math now. And here's the sketch room by level 10. And leveling up the jail cells is exactly the same as leveling up the sketch room. The requirements are the same. I just think the new layout is pretty good, but it is a little bit smaller. It's not as wide as the previous layout, but it's still as good. And this is the jail cell at level 10. Also now, when you're sending any sim to work, if they're the first 2 sims that you send to work, you can choose to have them work off-site, meaning you don't have to, they don't appear at the workstations. Not the workstations. Well, yeah, the workstations. They don't appear at the workplace. They just work in private. That sounds kind of weird, but you still have them work the whole 8 hours. You get the experience points, but you don't get the extra experience points or the coins or the resources for completing, and also you're not able to collect the resources, so you can choose what you want to do. And there you have it, guys. This is the second follow-up video to the police profession, and also a quick look at the changes that they've made with the new update. I know this is more of a rant, but follow-up videos are kind of like that, I guess. At least for me it is. Just new things that I discovered, things I didn't know was happening before in the game, and I finally discovered them, and trying to get a bunch of screen grabs for you guys. Sincerely hoping that this video was somewhat helpful. If you guys have any further questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to answer them. Okay, so this is Scott13124. I know I'm talking kind of funny. I actually got my wisdom teeth extracted about a week ago, so I can't really open my mouth really wide right now, so talking is kind of painful to me. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!